Hey, Michael here from Merlin Sound. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about my latest project. It's called Seidkona. It's a game about flicking dice on a table and destroying enemies. These dice, they have different magic abilities, and I will show you how I made the sound effects for these abilities. First I'll show you how these sound effects will look like inside the game, in the context, and then we look at it in the digital audio workstation. Let's look at the first sound. It starts with a fireball that is closing into the center, and then the real explosion happens. Let's look at it track by track. This is the start of the effect. And when the explosion happens, it's always good to have a kick, something, impact sound that tells the player, okay, now the force is going outside. The rest is different explosion effects. I will take it step by step. Then the impact. I usually add a sub bass because on bigger speakers it makes a lot of good impact feeling. Also one explosion with a lot of reverb because we want to make it sound really big. And the last one is this fire crackling. So you get the feeling that something burns. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's look at it first. For all these effects I had the animations first, so I knew how they would look like. I imported it into the workstation and tried to make something that fits the animation. Here you also have an impact when this black hole shows up, then sucking sound, and then the rest of the animation where you see these little particles going inside. It's the last thing you could see. Some science fiction sound. This was a little a pipe sound that I pitched down and stretched a little bit. A whoosh sound. This is an explosion reversed. So I had this sucking in sound. This sound is a sound of dry ice metal, I think. With a vocal synth. That makes a lot of again science fiction type sound, and this fade out is a slow down curve. So in the end it slows down. Oh, this is the impact sound. I had this thing for belly dancing. I had a recording of it for the higher content. This is also reversed. This represents the particles of this effect. Next one. Okay, at every side of this die there are growing spikes outside. I had two parts of this sound. The first was the grow sound of the spikes, and then the sound when the spikes pierces an object. The sound of the growing spikes, just some wood sounds are also found in my library. And the sound of the piercing is a sound of paprika, of peppers. And there I have different sounds. And a sound of wood too. Breaking wood. These sounds are combined in the game. I have this grow sound. It will happen every time the spikes grow. There are 4 different types of the piercing sound, so I exported 4 different versions. These two together, these two, these, and these two. So when they are combined inside the game, there will be some randomization, some variation, so it doesn't sound artificial. Let's go to the next die. This die was conceptualized as a possession die. You can flick the die 2 times in the game, and if you use this ability, you can flick other objects too, which you wouldn't be able to do normally. I knew from the animation that there will be this light source that's going to the object, and then there is this impact when the light hits the object. I wanted to have this sound, this characteristic of a soul going to another object. So this was like more of a pad sound, a streaming sound in the beginning, like this. Then I knew I need the impact. And I really like the reverb with this tremolo effect. Using it very often. Yeah, for the higher frequency content, a little magic sound. Then I think this is this is a boomer, also an impact sound with a lot of reverb. This is the sub bass for big speakers. And this is just to fill it up a little more in the mid-frequency area. Recorded this, and then used some vocal synth and deformed it a little bit so it sounds more eerie. Without it, with it. It sits better in the mix of the whole effect. Okay. When I produce these effects, I also import the music to hear it in context, because you don't know from making it without music how it will sound with the music. There can be masking of different frequencies, and if you listen to it with music in background, you exactly know which frequencies have to be louder or softer. And everything should be heard. This was my little tour through this game, through our game Seidkona. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to play the game, and I highly recommend it, it turned out to be an amazing game. I enjoyed making it, and I enjoyed playing it too. Go to the homepage of Fire Totem Games. I will put the link into the description below. See you soon.